Joining us now is Tennessee Congressman Tim Burchett. Good to have you with us. Always good to have you with us, by the way. So, the House passed $14 billion in aid to Israel, and despite objections by Biden and the Democrats, they wanted as part of a massive $100 billion early stocking stuffer, which included another truckload of money for Ukraine. Where does that stand right now, the Israeli portion?
Well, it's just waiting on the Senate to maybe wake up and start doing some actual work. I would put it off the ice cream machine. But in all reality is that Schumer won't have anything to do with it. I would say he'll just let it sit there, and he'll continuously blame Republicans and not come to the negotiating table at all. And you're right, that last $100+ billion package had more to do with Ukraine and hiring bureaucrats to allow illegals into our country than anywhere near close to the aid that it had provided for Israel.
Well, next move is the Jewish majority leader of the Senate from New York. Let's see if he says no to Israel. So here we go again, right? The government runs out of money next Saturday. Speaker Mike Johnson is going to be tested here. What are the odds of a shutdown in a week? And is there a line in the sand for House Republicans in these negotiations?
Well, we have a phone call today, and we're going to discuss it. I hope I think they're going to attempt a laddered approach. I think that's good. It just, instead of just a massive funding bill, it goes in stages of what are our priorities. Of course, our defense is going to be a priority and other things. And then it just pays for them as they go instead of doing just one big block of money. So hopefully there's something there we can negotiate with. The Senate, the far left media just keeps saying that it's the House, and we keep proposing stuff. And Schumer just won't do anything. He just has his head in the sand and says, I'm not going to do it, and he just blames Republicans. But eventually I think the public's going to wake up and see the fact that we are doing something, we're proposing things, and he just will not come to the table at all.
I want to ask you something, since you're from Tennessee, and this did not get the attention it deserves this week. The manifesto of the transgender who shot up the Covenant School in March and killed 6 people, including 3 9-year-old students, was apparently leaked out, even though the Nashville PD and the Tennessee Bureau of Investigation won't confirm it. Audrey Hale apparently wrote that she wanted to, quote, kill as many of you little crackers with your white privileges as she can. Why hasn't law enforcement released that manifesto? I mean, really, why are they protecting this mass murderer?
I have no idea. I guess part of the problem is it doesn't fit the agenda. If it comes out to be somebody who has, if they say something positive about Trump, I'm sure it would make the headlines of every newspaper in the country. But the reality is this does not fit their narrative. If it's in fact legitimate, I suspect it is. And you still have to ask yourself, why will law enforcement or the Justice Department not release this manifesto? They've released others within hours of shootings, and yet this one seems to be held up. They claim it's still in the middle of an investigation. Well, what investigation? The little girl who is going through a sex change to a man, if that's even possible, died on the scene. The police took her out, as they should have. And it just doesn't make any sense to me at all, other than it just doesn't fit the left-wing agenda.
Yep. Tennessee Congressman Tim Burchett, appreciate you always coming on Saturday with me.